Wandering hard on a crazy ride, an open road and a deep blue sky. Feel it calling me like the wind. Trust the compass down in my skin. Walk straight, stay right, that's what they say to me. But I don't fit right inside the lines. Whoa. I hear the calling down in my bones, so I'm following where my arrow goes. No one knows what the future holds, so I'm following where my arrow goes. Following where my arrow goes.
I'm pretty excited. Within, I don't know, 100 feet of where the RV is a concrete pad. And it's about 10 feet by 10 feet, totally flat. And I'm gonna bring my stall mat down here and do all my Olympic lifting this week from this pad. There it is. Oh yeah, how great is that? Okay, time to move everything over here.
It's like a riot when it rolls in. Ooh, so many words.
One of the drawbacks to working out outside is that just randomly it rains for no reason. Just gonna sprinkle a little bit. So I started to warm up, it just kind of started raining. Then I got literally, I'm blowing mosquitoes because there's mosquitoes everywhere here. They're out of control. But it is raining again. So when you drop into a gym, there's an etiquette, especially if you're not joining class, because that's the expectation, is you're just gonna join class. So when I ask if I can drop in, because I'm gonna be doing my own stuff, I don't want to be in the way of the class. So here's the etiquette. The class and the coach have priority no matter what. Like whatever they're doing, that's the priority. So Copper City CrossFit here has multiple rooms. So this room is wide open. It's got some squat racks, some boxes. It's actually perfect. At 5:15, another class jumps in here and that class ends. So I'll move whatever I'm doing out there to be able to use that space. And then they have another class after that that is not very full. So I'll still be able to be out in that space. Bottom line, the class and the coach take priority. I'm just a guest, and I'm a grateful guest that gets to come in and do some work in a gym that has flat floors and some extra equipment that I want to train with for the day. So if you drop in, if you do your own thing, your job is to stay out of the way and make sure that you're not hindering or being noisy. Even if the coach is talking, it's not time to drop the barbell. So kind of pay attention to some of those things and let the coach be the coach in the class, do what they're supposed to do, and you do you.
This is my kingdom, this is my crown. When the fire starts to burn, when the fire starts to burn, it's time to rise alive again. From echoes of the ashes we return. When the fire starts to burn, when the fire starts, when the fire starts, when the fire starts, when the fire starts to burn.
So we spent about 2 weeks around the Butte area in Montana, and it was about spending some time with family, celebrating the 4th of July, learning about mining, which is really cool. Like, there are some very interesting facts about copper mining in Butte, Montana. It's not a huge place, it's not a really big hill, and there are something like 5,600 miles of mining tunnels under Butte, Montana. 5,600 miles! That's out of control. I think they pulled out 20 billion pounds of copper. Okay, so those are those facts. For me, in training, it was all about just grinding through and getting the work done every day. There's nothing overly sexy about that. You know, one of my mentors, Alex Hermosi, is a guy, and he talks about doing the boring work. That it's literally the boring work that makes us successful. The same stuff that works over and over and over again. And you know, some of it makes for really cool pictures, like when I'm doing bar muscle ups or whatever, you know, burpees over a rower. It makes for cool videos. I mean, I dig all that stuff, and I think it looks really cool. I love creating these videos. But the reality is it's just getting sweaty. Working hard every single day. On the days I want to work out hard. On the days I don't want to work out, I work out hard. On the days that I'm just like, well, let's just get through this, I still focus and work out hard. And I feel like whatever we're doing in life, in business, in work, with family, it's the boring stuff. It's the regular, everyday stuff that we do consistently and we do with intention that makes us successful at whatever we're doing. So that's what the past couple of weeks have been, and that's what I wanted to put together in this video for you, just what it looks like to grind and grind and grind and do the hard stuff every single day, because it's that hard stuff, the boring work, the grind, that helps you achieve your goals.
All the bullets that we're dodging, hide the bones in the garden, never beg for a pardon. Cash in before the house rules, never break on the ground rules. Got too high off our own fumes. We keep playing with fire, knowing it's a dangerous game. Yeah, we keep playing with fire. They can smell it from a mile away. Got some black market romance, body with a cold hand, crimes no one gets away with.
I'm feeling good. That workout has some gnarliness to it. Chest to bar and heavy thrusters. I went a little conservative on the first set and then kind of went for it on the second and third set. Sometimes my body surprises me, or in other words, sometimes I'm surprised at what I can do. Like, okay, oh, I didn't anticipate being able to do a set of 12 and then a set of 9 on the thrusters. I thought I'd have to break those up. Had a hard time getting the engine started, but I find that once I start warming up, things start to come together. My central nervous system wakes up, my body wakes up. I do a couple of warm-up sets of the actual workout, and I get this sense of dread, like, oh man, this is gonna hurt. And I get into it, and it hurts, but it's not bad. I'm just really out of breath, that's all. but my body feels good. On a day that I'm struggling to get going, and then getting part 1 of 1,000 done on today's session, I feel good. Like, ready for the games. I'm holding up, I'm keeping up, getting stronger.
Some sins you can't atone for, like gold you trade your soul.
Back squat PR in the wild. So it's not my back squat PR, but on gravel in Montana. Let's call it a Montana PR right there.
Knowing it's a dangerous game. Yeah, we keep playing with fire. They can smell it from a mile away there. So we keep playing with fire. Never learn, you never learn. Let it burn, let it burn, let it burn.
That was your first real hot wing place. When you dipped your finger, was that hard?
No, not really. Nothing happened to.
I guess next time we step it up, right? Yeah, we're gonna go with
the
wild.
Carolina Reaper.
Yeah, wild is just underneath the Carolina Reaper. We're gonna go with wild. You excited?
Yeah.
All
When are we
right.
gonna do it? 7 days?
Maybe 7 days.
Yeah, maybe on
Maybe
next-
7 days. What are we about to do?
Go in the mine. It's gonna be epic.
Think about that.
It was nice and fun. What will happen if I couldn't open it up?
I know, right?
Yeah, it was scary.
Yeah, we were thinking like, what if they close the door
And locked us in.
and lock us in, then what? Or we get down there and like, the power goes out, like we turn off all of our lights. It was so dark. Man, what would it be like if we were down there and like an earthquake happened?
I'll be terrified.
Terrified, not gonna lie, it was really fun, but a little nerve-wracking underneath there. 100 feet, 150 feet below the surface, like wow. If something did happen,
You won't survive.
we didn't survive, huh?
Yeah, until the second boat came.
Right. Of course, if you ever need help or you'd like to chat about how to achieve your goals in fitness, health, life, I'm happy to help. Just shoot me a DM, hit me up. We'll start a conversation, we'll see where that goes. No big deal. And if you want to support this channel, please click the subscribe button. The more the merrier, help support the channel and we'll keep this journey going. See you next time.